And we've got yet another filming location from Home Alone, Lost in New York, from a .38 special revolver, 4 of which hit Lennon in the back. And Lennon was rushed to Roosevelt Hospital in a police car where he was pronounced dead. And he certainly brings attention to us. I wonder why. And for $3, Dunkin' Donuts, pineapple and lemonade. So refreshing, beautiful. Good morning. Welcome to day 2, New York City. It is Saturday, the 3rd of May, 2025. Hope you enjoyed yesterday. We had an incredible day here in the Big Apple. Come and join us again. We are going to show you more amazing sights of New York. And the weather is looking pretty warm and fine again. Come on with us. Grab your sunnies, grab your hats, whatever you need. We're going to have a fabulous day in, gotta be, possibly the best city of the world. We decided to start the day, we're going to head down the subway and we are going to go to Central Park. And it's 5 to 7, so not as early as yesterday. We've had a little bit of a sleep in. And here we go, we're going to get the R train. Here's the subway train. We're going to take this one up to 59th Street and 5th Avenue. Right, so the next stop is 5th Avenue and 59th Street, which is going to be Central Park and, of course, the monkeys.
59th Street. Attention everyone, there are over 150 accessible subway stations. Please.
Right then, we're here. 5th Avenue. Always like watching the subway train go, so let's just watch that zoom away down here. And we can see again the length of the train. Wow, and I can feel the wind. Right, so you guys know what's at the top of these steps. And there we go, the monkeys. Well, it is a beautiful temperature, coming up at 8 minutes past 7. And what a wonderful way to start the day. Walking through beautiful Central Park. Can't think you're actually in one of the biggest cities in the world. So quiet this morning, just hear the birds chirping. And look at the wonderful view. And there we go, I said, it's a beautiful day in New York. Actually cloudless skies so far. Wow. So lucky, eh? All the colours this morning are really, really nice with the sun just coming up there. So we're going to head down here. We're going to give you guys these amazing views of the Gapstow Bridge. And again, if you're into photography, just look at the reflections. Absolutely stunning. Right, we're at one of the most famous filming locations ever. Now, I'm not sure the exact 100% location. It was either on the rocks, right here where I am, or it could have been, I'm thinking it's more going to be over in that direction, which we'll show you now. So I think it's more probably this direction. But can you believe it? This is where Kevin, Home Alone Lost in New York, first met the bird lady right here, and the shot was looking out at Gapstow Bridge. Well, I'm thinking the position has got to be probably round about right here. Maybe if we look at the movie right now, so the pigeon lady would have been feeding all the pigeon. Kevin would have been standing pretty much where my camera is, and the view was looking towards the fabulous Gapstow Bridge. How wonderful is that? As just said, just look at the reflection here. That is just absolutely fabulous, isn't it? It's got to be one of my favourite areas here in Central Park. This is just beautiful, isn't it? And what do you reckon of that shot? Welcome to New York. We are so lucky to be here in this wonderful place. It really is fabulous. Let's just get a few more selfie shots of this fabulous view with the reflections there. Beautiful. And then, of course, the most famous filming location ever, Home Alone Lost in New York. And we're standing right on top of the Gapstow Bridge right now, looking out at the Plaza Hotel and the stunning scenery that we've got this morning. And you can see that couple are still they're still trying to get that ultimate shot. And I guarantee you the scenery is going to get even better as we progress through the park here. Standing on top of one of the very rocky areas. It really is absolutely beautiful today. And all the solid rock that you'll see throughout Central Park, I just read, is most of Manhattan is built on solid rock up to 1 billion years ago. Wow. We're just passing by the dairy. Beautiful and green today, eh? Just reading more about it. It's called metamorphic rock and created by ice. All them millions and millions of years ago. Right, we're now going to walk through the only straight part of Central Park. We're going to walk through the mall, the beautiful tulips here. And yeah, another one of my favourites is walking down here. A little bit later there'll be all the little stalls out. It's going to be a beautiful day. Right at the very end is Bethesda Fountain. Can't tell you how chilled out I am. Just walking along beautiful Central Park. Wow. We're looking right at Bethesda Fountain. There's a couple getting married or been married, getting the photos taken. Stunning. And we're going to head down now under the archway. Toilets, if you need them, are on the left or the right then. Now, I do believe what I read is the tiles were made in Stoke-on-Trent. How cool is that? Absolutely beautiful through here. So relaxing. And hear the birds. And this guy playing the music. So relaxing. How fantastic is that? We've got an absolute beautiful shot there. Come to Central Park and have a really beautiful, relaxing day. And we've got yet another filming location from Home Alone, Lost in New York. And the Wet Bandits were standing round about here looking for Kevin. And Kevin actually jumped in a horse and cart in the back right here. And the horse and carriage actually went up that road there towards Bow Bridge. It certainly is a stunning area to take all your photography. And we're in Navy Terrace, named in honour of the men and women of New York City who served the country during the World Wars in the United States Navy and the United States Coast Guard. Bethesda Fountain. And the fountain was made possible through the generosity of Lucy G. Moses in 1981. And the sculpture restoration was done in 1988. I hope you're enjoying day 2 as much as me and Glynn are. How better can the day get than this beautifully stunning day that we have today in Central Park? Now, I'm guessing a little bit later on the boat will be back. There is a beautiful cafe that you can go to there, and you can get the rowing boats and row out along this fabulous lake. A lot of algae in here. I complain about algae in the ponds, but an awful lot of algae around here. But look at the colours of the trees. It's just beautiful. Wow, that's just an incredible view. I could just stay there all day looking at this. And look at all the petals there. Somebody's put a heart there. Beautiful. I think Glynn's enjoying his filming, look at that. You just have a seat there and just chill and get rid of the stresses of life, eh? Beautiful plants here. And look at this, the bluebells of New York City. They're absolutely stunning, aren't they? Can life get any better? This is what life should be all about. No worries, no stresses. And right in front of us is Bow Bridge, one of the most photographed area of Central Park. Look at all the dogs love it here in Central Park. There's lots of them. Don't forget it is a weekend, so everyone's out and about. I'm loving these flowers. Not too sure what they are. We've got the lake. Here's the Bow Bridge. You used to be able to stand right at the edge here. They've actually closed a lot of it off, I guess, to get the vegetation right. We should be able to get a pretty good shot at the bottom here. Yep, there we go. That is stunning. The Bow Bridge, or the Bow Bridge. So nice. I remember when we were here about 3 or 4 years ago, we come here in the autumn and the colours were just fabulous. Okay, we are on the beautiful Bow Bridge. And this was completed in 1859, restored in 1974. Yeah, this is really, really stunning. So I think Glynn's going to do some 360 shots of the beautiful Bow Bridge. We are so lucky to be here in New York City with such stunning weather. Wow, well, that's a stunning reflection of the Bow Bridge and everything there. So, bit of a chill out day at the moment. So relaxing to be here in Central Park and just looking at the fabulous reflections of the Bow Bridge, and we've got you some amazing 360 video. Just love New York. Absolutely perfect. We're now walking through the Rambles area of Central Park. I'm going to say again, it's just so relaxing. No wind, beautiful temperature. And can you believe it? We're in the Big Apple, New York City. And just come for a beautiful stroll. Loving it this morning. We're absolutely loving it. Hope you guys are too. Paths going pretty much everywhere all through the Ramble area there. All the beautiful rocks. Let's continue heading towards the west side of Central Park. Look at Central Park is just so beautiful. Wow. It's absolutely gorgeous up here. The water runs quite a way. All the way up there. Stunning little creek. And heading down into the lake. Yeah, it really is stunning and beautiful around here. Look at that. If you're into photography, amazing. You just wouldn't know that we're in Central Park in this huge, huge city. Beautiful. pretty high up in the rocky area. You could so easily get lost in Central Park. There's a pathway down there. I reckon we keep going down this path towards the bottom of the lake. We are on an adventure. Not too sure where we're going. Loving it though, absolutely loving it, eh? You can see New York City over there, Manhattan.
Have a look at this stunning.
Just amazing, eh? Beautiful scenery. Right, I'm hoping you guys at home sitting there watching are as chilled out as me and Glynn are today. We're now heading over another little bridge. And I think below is like a pathway. Let's get the selfie stick extended so you can probably see what's going on there. Wow. Morning.
Morning.
One thing that I'll say, every single person that you meet here is very friendly. And they've all got a huge smile on the face. I wonder why. And this is Oak Bridge. Let's continue over beautiful Oak Bridge. We've got another stunning location for photography there. And the reflections of the buildings, look at that. So beautiful, New York. We've now reached the Ted Corbett Loop Road. And straight in front of us will be Strawberry Fields and the Dakota building to the right where John Lennon was shot. Right in front of us to the left is Strawberry Fields. We're just going to go and check out the Dakota building across here. Well, let's have a read of Wikipedia. Chapman, who was the killer, planned the killing over several months and waited for Lennon to arrive here at the and let's have a look to the building here. Chapman fired 5 hollow point bullets from a .38 special revolver, 4 of which hit Lennon in the back, and Lennon was rushed to Roosevelt Hospital in a police car, where he was pronounced dead at arrival at 11:15 p.m. at the age of 40. So a lot of history, and if you're a Beatle fan, this has got to be the place to come and look at. So if you come here, obviously you can't get any further, but it would have been right inside the gates, right there. Lovely guy we met there, the security guy. He remembers from a couple of years ago. How cool is that? So yeah, if you can make it anywhere, you can make it in New York. We're doing well. Let's take you to Strawberry Fields as the next destination. And I keep saying it is a beautiful day in New York. Wow. Okay, let's head in. You can see the crowd right in front. That is going to be right in the heart. Strawberry Fields. Last time we were quite lucky, there wasn't that many. I think this is a group actually. So there we go, Strawberry Fields. It's a quiet zone designated for visitors to enjoy the peaceful sounds of nature.
Well, that's it.
Look at all the John Lennon buttons, $4 each, or 3 for $10. They're all there. And there we go, guys. Imagine. Fabulous to be here. A lot of people take the photos. And let me just a lot of people jump in there to get the photo. And there we go. Standing there right in the heart of strawberry fields. A lot of people have chalked on the pavements here as well. Can't read it all. Love from Portugal. A lot of love for the Beatles right there. Yeah, a lot of people chalked all different things here. Incredible place. If you're a Beatles fan, this is the Holy Grail. See how close it was. That's the Dakota building where John Lennon was shot. And there's strawberry fields. What a way to spend Saturday. So chilled out. I could actually spend all day in Central Park, but we need to show you guys more sights of New York. So we're going to head now towards Columbus Circle, and then we're going to get the subway to Dumbo, and then walk across the Brooklyn Bridge and show you some fabulous views of Lower Manhattan. And that is the Tavern on the Green, which is where you can get your brekkie there if you want. Beautiful area, eh? And you know you're in Central Park when you see the horse and carriages there. So the rates on here, $63.70 for the first 20 minutes. That'd be a really good thing to do, but a little bit on the expensive side as well. And these guys are dressed to the occasion to take you around Central Park today. And look at that beautiful horse. So the cost is, what have we got? $63.70 for the first 20 minutes. $25.48 for each additional 10 minutes. And then don't forget, you've got to tip these guys as well, which would be pretty awesome.
They don't have to.
We have a route at Columbus Circle. And that is it for Central Park today. It's been a while since we were actually there. Beautiful statues and everything around here. Wow. Right, another filming location. Can you see this brick building right here? If you're a Superman fan, which I am, right at the top there, you can probably see the green shrubbery. That was Lois's apartment, so that's where Superman landed, right at the top of that building. And we've got a fabulous view of what's classed as the Twin Towers here on Columbus Circle. A lot of food carts around here. Plenty of things to eat. All good. So yeah, that is the lowest building, Superman. Located at 240 Central Park South, right at the top of there. How cool is that? Lois Lane's apartment. So make sure when you come to Columbus Circle, look right up there, Superman. And you can see why they call it Columbus Circle. It is actually a roundabout here. And you can see the Columbus Circle statue. And how stunning is that sky? Look at that, wow. To Christopher Columbus, the Italian's resident in America, scoffed at before during the voyage, menaced after, chained as generous as oppressed to the world he gave a world. Unbelievable, eh? Right, we've got another filming location. I really like this one. Crocodile Dundee, when he left to go walkabout, she actually ran all the way along Central Park and down the subway right there. So I guess it would be kind of good to match it up on the film. But yeah, that is the subway station that she ran down to save Crocodile Dundee. Just adding to the scene, those are the steps where she would have come running down. And the crowds and crowds of people were down there. And I think you'll find, you should see the 59th Street Columbus Circle. So that's where all the crowds of people were, and he would come walking over the heads of people. Right, welcome to Brooklyn, New York, and we are going to head across the Brooklyn Bridge. So the Brooklyn Bridge, 2,855 feet long. We're at the Brooklyn side, a lot of people walking across. Stunning views of Manhattan in the distance there. Right then, let's tell you a bit about the Brooklyn Bridge. It's a cable stayed suspension bridge here in New York, spanning the East River. Opened on May the 24th, 1883. And the Brooklyn Bridge was the first fixed crossing of the East River. And it was also the longest suspension bridge in the world when opened. Wow. Incredible facts. Let's go and enjoy it. So one thing that's changed since Mum actually walked across here, there is no bike lanes anymore. The bike lanes are actually underneath. So you can just relax and enjoy this very pleasurable walk across the bridge. Wow, the street life of New York is amazing today. And look at all these people enjoying themselves, heading to Brooklyn. Currently in Dumbo, and you can see over there is the Manhattan Bridge, Midtown Manhattan. All right, and we're just entering onto the wooden section of the Brooklyn Bridge. Been a few years since we actually walked it. We normally walk the Manhattan Bridge, which is over there. But yeah, really fabulous to be walking, and we've got you guys joining us. And here the helicopters coming over as well. Yeah, I'm going to love this walk. Wow, what a stunning day to be walking across the Brooklyn Bridge. Great view there of the Manhattan Bridge. This is just wonderful. Loving it. A lot of people about today, eh? Right, let's continue. Just done a live stream there. Just had a chat to some of you guys live on YouTube. Wow. So lucky to be having a wonderful day like this. Spectacular bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge. A lot of love locks there. And I'm glad you guys are coming along and walking with us. I can actually see over to the left-hand side Lady Liberty, and I can also see the Staten Island ferry. And we're coming to the first part of the Brooklyn Bridge. Look at this, how amazing is that? Beautiful. And the great views of Manhattan, they get even better as we approach the middle. Right in front of us there is a good shot of Dumbo. Beautiful area just to come out and relax and watch the sun go down. Okay, we're approaching then the Brooklyn side of the bridge. There we go, look at that Brooklyn Bridge. Engineers, tells you all about the engineers. 1869. Wow. Love all the stonework, look at that. Fabulous views of Manhattan there. Looking really, really good. And you've got a good shot of the traffic over here. Now, first of all, let's just have a look at. There's Lady Liberty.
You can see the Statue of Liberty.
And you can see the Staten Island ferry.
Amazing.
And the traffic coming from Manhattan. How cool is that? Looking across at all the traffic. Heading across the East River today. Hope you're enjoying the walk across today, guys. If you are, give us a big thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And of course, drop us some comments, and please subscribe to the channel. So many of you guys, about 80% of you that are watching are not subscribed. It does help us out. And you can unsubscribe at any time if you're not enjoying the videos. All right, let's keep the video rolling as those views get even more stunning as we cross over. Getting a great view now of the Freedom Tower. Let's get the selfie stick up high to give you some better view still. It is a fabulous experience to be walking across. I think last time we did this, it was in the dark, and we got the wonderful views of Manhattan. And we've now reached the middle of the Brooklyn Bridge. Climbing on the structure is prohibited, it says there. You're definitely going to fine. Beautiful view of Midtown Manhattan right across there. And of course, the Manhattan Bridge that we've walked many times. So much better now that there's no bikes on here. It must have been an absolute nightmare before on the bikes were whizzing through here as well. And do you know what? It's a scorcher now. I can't believe when we were back in England, I was looking at the weather forecast and they said it was going to be rainy and terrible. But look at this. It is stunning. Just look at all the love locks and different things here. Oh, they're actually no strings. So that's something new, not love locks. They actually put like bracelets or strings or something. It's amazing the different trends that create throughout the world, eh? Yeah, so glad we have chosen to walk the Brooklyn Bridge. Look at that fabulous view of Lower Manhattan. South Street Seaport just below. Beautiful. So Glynn's got the 8-foot selfie stick there, bringing you some amazing 360 video. So it should look pretty good. And he certainly brings attention to us. I wonder why.
Sweet laugh, big heart. You smile that could light up the dark. Strong faith, close family. Choosing love in the midst of tragedy.
Great little selfie shot there. And we're now reaching the Manhattan side of the Brooklyn Bridge. I've just had fabulous memories of when we flew Fly Neon about 4 years ago. I remember hanging my feet outside of the helicopter as we passed over Brooklyn Bridge. Make sure you check out that video. And yeah, we're now in Manhattan, guys. Lower Manhattan, wonderful view there. Let's just flip the camera back so you can see Brooklyn Bridge directly behind us there. We're in the financial centre now. We've got St Paul's Chapel over there. Fabulous view of the Freedom Tower. And we're now going to head for something to eat. I think we might have the same as yesterday, lamb over rice with some hot sauce on. Okay, we're going to eat New York street food from one of the streetcars here. And lamb over rice, halal food, it's everywhere in New York. And it's really good. Choose the same one as yesterday. So plenty here, look, fish over rice, chicken gyro, lamb gyro, chicken wings, lamb over rice. So for our subscriber, you know who you are. This is what you wanted to look at. All the costs are not shown, so I guess the guy's updating them quite a lot. But yeah, this is a typical streetcar here in New York. Right, been looking forward to this. I'm quite hungry now, are you?
I'm very hungry now. I'm going to open me lamb over rice here.
I've got some tissues.
Look at that. That looks absolutely fabulous, I guess.
Yeah, New York street food, guys. Hopefully you can see that. It looks pretty awesome. Well, that was a nice little rest again, and love the lamb over rice. Might even try and do that again tomorrow before we leave. Now I'm going to take you guys to Wall Street. And we've got Trinity Church here on the right-hand side. bit of information about Trinity Church. So Trinity Church actually burned. The second one partially collapsed, and it's now got a Gothic style church today. And that's inside the graveyard of Trinity Church. Some interesting information. This is the third Trinity Church to stand here at the foot of Wall Street. Whenever I come to Wall Street, there's always construction, and there's a lot of it today. To believe where we're walking now controls the world's money market. Yeah, a lot of construction again here. Can't say I've walked down Wall Street without construction. Right in front of us is the New York Stock Exchange. And I remember when I first come here, you used to be able to walk up there and view the gallery. So that's where it all happens, guys. That's 11 Wall Street.
That's where everything goes on.
Wow, check that out. Look at that, 14 Wall Street. Right in front of us is Federal Hall, and sits the site where George Washington was sworn in as the very first president of the United States. And here is the New York Stock Exchange. We've got loads and loads of people here, all taking the photographs of that very, very famous building. I know you guys like some interesting facts. The buttonwood tree that we're seeing here in front of the New York Stock Exchange, isn't a big tree in terms of size, but it represents an agreement that eventually led to billions of dollars in trading. Starting back in 1792, on a response to the first financial panic of the young nation, on May the 17th, 1792, 24 stockholders met under a button tree and set rules for trading stocks. The Button Agreement was then later called, aimed to promote public confidence in markets to ensure that deals were conducted between trusted parties. So yeah, there is only one tree here in Wall Street, and that symbolizes the birth of the strongest financial system here in the world. And if you didn't know that, you know now. Interesting fact, there's over 6 tons of gold sitting under the New York Stock Exchange and the financial banks here in Wall Street. And a cracking view there of the New York Stock Exchange and the Stars and Stripes. Wall Street. And I do love that view, looking straight up through Trinity Church. Looks pretty amazing. And right in front of us is the ISE. And just check out the stained glass windows at Trinity Church. Looks fabulous. We're back at the Oculus and Ground Zero. We're going to go and have another quick walk around on this beautiful day. Only one thing that I can say. Wow. Only one thing missing. Normally they've got a big US flag hanging down, but no flags. And I do believe at night they do some kind of like a light show in here. And as you can see, it's a beautiful building, some lovely, lovely shops. and a great place to come and people watch.
Because I don't think he's got
You can always tell when the path trains come in. Loads of people just arrived into Manhattan. Incredible building. This is directly under the ground zero and the footprint to the tower. And for $3, Dunkin' Donuts, pineapple and lemonade. So refreshing, beautiful. And we've now made it to a Brookfield Place. I've had a lot of good memories here at Brookfield Place. It's also a place where you can actually get the ferries across to Hoboken. And it's pretty busy today. I remember all these steps being repaired after the collapse of the World Trade Center. Back out into the hot sunshine of New York, and look at that for an incredible view of one world, the Freedom Tower. I really like this shot with the tree looking right the way to the top. And right in front of us is the North Tower Memorial. And again, another beautiful day here. Finally had to give in and get the sunnies on. Super bright today. We're now walking right at the side of the Oculus, and right in front the Millennium Hotel. Millennium Hotel was very up close and personal when the North Tower collapsed. I do believe that did get quite a bit of damage around there. All right, we are in Midtown Manhattan, West 34th Street, and we're right by the world famous Macy's. A lot of people here sitting in the sunshine, or a little bit of shade for some of them. Let's check out the Macy's windows. Beautiful flowers in this one. Beautifully decorated. And these windows are amazing at Christmas. So Floral Dreams Unfold. Look at this one. This must have taken a long time to do. This is Betsy and Adam Dress on 5. Women's shoes on 2. Handbag and accessories on level 1. So if you want to buy any of those, it tells you exactly where you can go to. This is the Macy's Flower Show. Beautiful dress. Look at that. Founded in 1858 on 14th Street, Macy's pioneered the move of the retail trade to Herald Square right here, with the opening of this magnificent building in 1902. Incredible. And let's give you a good view of the Empire State Building. Look at that. I can't see King Kong there. And be sure to check out our Macy's video. It's doing really well on YouTube. Continue looking at the Macy's windows. They are absolutely beautiful, aren't they? Now this one, Floral Dreams Unfold. Look at that. Sunday 27 April to 18th of May. These are on display until then. And the final window Look at that. Wow. Beautiful flowers. Must take them a while to do a display like that. What do you reckon, guys? Everyone's enjoying themselves today in the Big Apple. Now heading towards the Times Square area, Theatre District.
Not that far.
And I hope you guys are still enjoying the video. Day 2, walking through the streets of Manhattan and showing you guys the sights. So just to let you know how we're getting around, I kind of know my way around. Been here many times. But the easiest way is just to use Apple Maps or Google Maps. Click on the transport link and it shows you all the routes and where the subway stations are. So that's the way I do it. You don't need to download any apps or anything like that, and then as soon as you go down the subway stations, it tells you exactly electronically when the next train is. So it's super easy to get around New York. And what I love is as soon as you look left, look at the streets all the way down there, and as soon as you look the other way, it goes for miles and miles down there. So much street life in New York.
Here, now we've got all this.
So we're just going to attempt to FaceTime Mum. If she answers. She's not answering yet. So there's Mum. She's on FaceTime, live in New York. We are in almost 42nd Street, Times Square. It's absolutely amazing when you can communicate with people the other side of the world. What do you think of New York then?
New York. Wish I was there.
New York. So good they named it twice.
Used to love New York.
So there we go.
Crowds. Oh,
You like New York, yeah?
the crowds, the atmosphere, everything.
It's pretty wonderful, isn't it?
Where have you been to?
We're now on 43rd Street, Times Square.
There was boxing.
Absolutely beautiful day in New York today.
Brilliant.
Lots of them trying to sell tickets for the hop on, hop off buses.
Selling tickets for what?
Oh, it is absolutely beating down with the sun here in Times Square.
Oh, goodness.
Wow.
You're going back to Radio City, are you?
And we've still got Mum on the phone here. Look, I'll just show you. There's Mum on the phone, live on FaceTime, walking through
See the picture
Times Square with us today.
the park.
Yeah, you can see.
Through the park.
Yeah, so I can just, I don't know if you can see it, we've got a picture of Central Park there. Look at that. Wow, way back in the UK. How beautiful is that?
Can you see that?
We're going to cross this road and look who's in front. There's a massive big ape or gorilla. Look at him. He's absolutely huge. A little bit on the scary side. Look at him.
Oh, yes, I've just seen a bit of it.
Right, so I've got Mum live on the camera. So tell me about New York. Your memories of New York City.
Oh, goodness, how many times have I been to start off with?
So what we're gonna do now, I'm live here So as we're walking through, Mum's going to tell you what she can see on FaceTime. So over to Mum.
Oh, very good. The only thing I'm going to say, Darryl, is I always enjoy Times Square in the rain.
It was
I get all the reflections then all on the floor.
It was wonderful, wasn't it, in the rain? It really was.
Yes, remember that picture I've got on the wall
Yeah.
of me in Times Square with all my Parker on and pouring with rain and an umbrella.
So what can you see now? So tell the viewers what can you see now?
Well, what this is reminding me of is at the time when you and me came at Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
Yes, and we see the ball drop now. Go back to where that was.
So the ball drop is right up there. Yeah.
So you were all in the crowd, and I'd got a bedroom window open. Yes. What I remember there, that was full of policemen, that square. That particular crossing there, at that Christmas time, I got all the policemen.
It's amazing, and you remember the crowds like we're seeing now, don't you?
Yes, I used to enjoy the crowds because I think part of the fun was if there were so many crowds, if you stopped suddenly, everybody would run into you, wouldn't they?
There's a lot of people here today. There's the New York police car.
And you don't know where to look.
So are you enjoying the walk through Times Square today? Are you enjoying the walk?
What I do miss on Times Square is Big Macs.
Yeah, now
We spent so much time upstairs in some Big Macs.
we had some good memories up there, didn't we? Really good memories.
Yeah, very, very good, brilliant.
Well, I can tell you it's very, very hot in New York today. Beautiful day. Beautiful day.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
So there we go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed Mum's tour of New York City. And she just says she wished she was here. So there we go.
You just don't know where to look, do you?
If you've enjoyed Mum's tour of Times Square, give us a big thumbs up, drop us some comments, subscribe to the channel.
Good.
That was something a little bit different, was to bring Mum into Times Square and share a few memories with you. And she was talking about right here in front of us is what used to be McDonald's. And we had some really good memories in Mackie D's there. The second floor up used to be some seats and you could look over the red seats over there, the red steps. Good memories. And can you believe it? It's coming up to 2:26 p.m. on day 2. Where does time go? Time just flies when you're having fun. And we're on 49th Street, and right in the middle of the screen there is the Radio City Apartments, which is where we are staying, and we've stayed for many, many years. And that is a beautiful view outside of the Radio City Apartments, your home away from home in New York City on this beautiful day. Just to tell you a little bit about the Radio City Apartments, and this is on their website. The Renaissance Revival style hotel was designed by noted architect Robert Gibson, and it was erected in 1903. And during its heyday, the Roaring Twenties special rates were offered to those of the entertainment business, so it became a regular hangout for entertainers and musicians of the day. The Round Table was just around the corner after all. After falling into hard times in the 1970s, Radio City Apartments, they purchased this hotel and began a loving restoration, maintaining its historical past, but with the modern amenities we used, like cable and high-speed internet. And they continued to pursue the architectural building. The brick and the limestone, classically designed with the Palladian windows and balconettes, with the iron railings and even more distinctive features, is now the Radio City Apartments.
And clear of the floating door, please.
Right, after a quick brew and an ice cream, we are back on it. And we're going to take you guys to Roosevelt Island. To get to Roosevelt Island, we're going to be taking the tramway. It's going to give you guys some fabulous views. Okay, here we go. Look at all the traffic heading south to Manhattan there. And we're going to go right at the side of the Queensborough Bridge. I'll put it on wide angle mode. And we should get some incredible shots as we head across the East River. That's over the first tower, just felt a bit of a swing there. Nice little diner on the corner down there, look at that. They're always good places to go to. And we're going to see an amazing view now of the Queensborough Bridge. And remember that famous scene on Home Alone Lost in New York when Kevin comes across in the taxi? Really, really good views. And we're going to see the East River anytime. Well worth to do this, guys, if you come to New York. Feel a bit of a swing there, and everyone had a little bit of a scream and shout there. Here's the East River. Right in the distance is Brooklyn. And look at all the bikes speeding across the Queensborough Bridge there. Wow, this is a pretty awesome view. Certainly the best view of the Queensborough Bridge. I wonder if this is how they filmed Kevin on Home Alone Lost in New York. And here we go, here's Roosevelt Island. Some great seats down there and beautiful views just to chill out and look at Manhattan. Coming in for a landing. There's a beautiful park here, and if we turn around we can watch the tram heading back to Manhattan. Here we go, it's heading back to Manhattan, and we should be able to get a real good shot for you guys as it passes overhead. There we go. Alright, here we go, the East River. This must be a really good place to just come and watch the sun come down. And we've got a fantastic view there of the Queensborough Bridge. Well, there is endless seats along here, and this is definitely the place to come for sunset. And a month earlier, all these would have been beautiful cherry blossoms. A shot of the boat heading up the East River there. And again, the Queensborough Bridge. We've never walked this far down on Roosevelt Island, so it's always good to check out somewhere new and bring you guys along with us. Right, and somewhere really new, we've never been here before. South Point Park, here on Roosevelt Island. This is the FDR Hope Memorial. And there's FDR himself. I'm on total chill out, just look at this. They're like deck chairs here, look at these. This is the life. Look at this, wow. Glynn's making himself at home as well there, look at that, look at that. And the view of the river. It's tremendous. Wow. Middle there is the United Nations building. A lot of things happen around there for the world. And a great view there of the Chrysler building on 42nd Street. Wow, Manhattan, eh? And right there you're looking about the Central Park area. You know what, I could just stay here all day. There's a beautiful walkway across there. And the ferry's heading down the East River. I think Glynn's there for the night. But can you blame him? Look at that. I'm flat out as well. Loving it. With a view like that. Life's good, eh? Here in New York. And the seaplane heading down the East River there. Look at all the cherry blossoms. It's like snow. Well, that's the way to sail down the East River. On your own little sailboat. Very unusual building with all like the growth on it there. Look at that. This was the smallpox hospital and been placed there as a National Register of Historic Places in 1972 by the United States Department of Interior. So that's where they treated all the people with smallpox. And we're now entering then Franklin D. Roosevelt Four Freedoms State Park. Absolutely loving it. Very, very different. Here we go, like Franklin D. Roosevelt in Appreciation Foundation Chicago and Fred and Chandler. Wow, when you get to the top of the stairs here, look at this. Beautiful grass area. We are in the middle, we're on an island, so that's the other side, Long Island City over there. Smallpox hospital in front. Queensborough Bridge, East River. This is so nice, I'm so glad we've decided to come all the way to the southern tip of Roosevelt Island. Right, we're reaching the very southern tip of Roosevelt Island, and there's Franklin himself. Look at this. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, 1882 to 1945. And here we go, right at the very southern tip of Roosevelt Island. In the future days which we seek to make secure, we look forward to a world founded upon four essential human freedoms. The first is freedom of speech and expression everywhere in the world, Second is freedom of every person to worship God in his own way, everywhere in the world. Third is the freedom to want everywhere in the world. The fourth is freedom from fear, anywhere in the world. That is no vision of a distant millennium. It is a definite basis for a kind of world attainable in our own time and generation. Franklin D. Roosevelt, January the 6th, 1941. Love it. Like a rocky island out there in the middle. The Williamsburg Bridge right over there, Brooklyn behind. United Nations, and just to the right is the Empire State Building. Of course, the Freedom Tower, Southern Manhattan just standing out there from the rest of the building. Somebody on YouTube stopping off at that very remote island, nobody else on it, in the middle of the East River, and there we go. How cool would that be? There's the famous Pepsi Cola sign, the other side of the East River. Of course, that'll be over in Queens. We're looking at Queens, New York.
There he's off.
What's up, Doc? What's up, Doc? Where are you off to? What a view you've got.
Oh, look at the view he's got.
New York locals. Pretty friendly. I guess if you've got the money, you could have something like that and power your way down the East River. I realise there's so much to explore on Roosevelt Island, and we've just gone to the south there, up to the north. It's 4 times as far. Here we go. So we're on the other side now. Let's see, we're going to be looking north. I really enjoyed Roosevelt Island. It was fantastic. Look at the height that you go straight away now. Wow, really good view this way of the East River looking north. Wow, beautiful. You don't realise how many high-rises there are, look here on Roosevelt Island. And you can walk all the way up there towards Lighthouse Point. It's a really good view of the East River. Fabulous. And look down here at Manhattan, there's beautiful walkways all the way up. You could just spend days and days in New York just walking and enjoying, sitting and relaxing. And here we've got another little park. That looks a really good place, some beautiful seats down there. Just crossing the FDR. And we are back in Manhattan. Well, I just feel that as we went over that tower then. And look how close we're going to come to this building right here. You can wave to the people in the offices. That's incredible, isn't it? That's amazing. And here's another, see, straight into the offices there. Wonderful view of the Upper East Side of Manhattan. And down here, check out some of the old buildings down here. Look at these. Beautiful. That's First Avenue. Heading uptown. Home Depot on the corner there. And we are coming in for a landing guard. I'm glad we've actually sat on this side now. Nice little cafe bar there. Look at the fire escapes on these old buildings. Incredible. And this is 2nd Avenue. Second Avenue heads southbound into Manhattan. That's a fabulous view, isn't it? All the way up 2nd Avenue. Really good. Enjoyed it. Really enjoyed Roosevelt Island and the trip over on the cable car, or the tramway as they call it. So if you're over in New York, make sure you do it. You won't regret that. It was fabulous. We're right in the corner now of Bloomingdale's on 59th and 3rd Avenue. Well, that's it, monkeys. Until we see you next time in New York City, you guys take care. Back at Central Park for our last look. And it's still packed full of people. This is life in New York City. Just look at everyone chilled out in the grass there, sitting on the seats and just enjoying life. A lot of good memories at the Dancing Crane Cafe. I've had some really nice meals in there and yeah, spent a lot of time. Central Park Zoo. A lot of people down here. Park Zoo. And the tank's actually empty. It's normally got like sea lions in there. The Delacorte clock. Fabulous. Just look at all the animals up there. There's the children's zoo. If you're a kid, look at that, climbing the rocks. Awesome. Balto. Dedicated to the spirit of the sledge dogs. And here's William Shakespeare. Got a good spot right at the start of the mall. Oh, the busker there's playing amazing. Awesome car. There we go. Life in New York. That doggy's enjoying himself. Everyone's just chilled out. Right at the bottom there is Woolman Ring. And right in front, the dairy. Right, it's time to say goodbye to Central Park and Woolman Ring for New York 2025. It's been absolutely fabulous. There's snowing cherry blossoms here in New York City. Look at that. Wow. A raccoon, a hungry raccoon there.
And he's eating out of the dog bowl there.
Wow. We're back on 5th. And that's what it looks like on this Saturday afternoon, evening. And we're coming up to 14 miles we walked today. So remember, when you come to New York, bring some good shoes. You're gonna need them. And we haven't finished yet. Bit of videos for Neil. If you're watching, Neil, look at that for a crane. Pretty incredible. And they're just starting to put the glass in there. Yeah, that's for you, Neil. Buzzies now are clean energy buzzies. And right behind is beautiful St. Patrick's. The pedicab, ready to rip off the next person. Here we go. That's normally where the Christmas tree would be, right there in front. And there's a crowd of people ready to make the crossing here. And here we go, the end of another beautiful day. But before we head back into the hotel, let's take you into Times Square and see what crazy things are going on down there. Here we go, Saturday night, New York City. Wow. Just love New York, love the atmosphere, love the billboards. Wow. The Grand Slam, we've been in there many, many times. So there's going to be a bit of a show going on here. Let's just check out a few of the billboards here. A good old Coca-Cola sign. Hershey's chocolate. Only in America. I can't believe I'm in America. How cool is this? Wow, atmosphere is crazy. And they look pretty good. Look at the big ape here in Times Square. He's absolutely huge, look at him. Wow. It's all happening in Times Square tonight. So last night there was like a boxing match going on. There wasn't much room. Everywhere seems to be open. Mission Impossible. All being advertised. New York City Yellow Cab. Okay, let's keep heading further down into Times Square and see what's going on. You just don't know where to look. Wow. I wonder if anyone really just concentrates on these billboards. And we've got a lot of people down on the 45th Street. All going on. People everywhere, eh? Look up at the 2025 sign there. Getting a really good view looking back at Times Square. And we've got the police keep clicking off when those pedicabs come past with all the music. So you've got the Stars and Stripes. Gonna head back now towards the Coca-Cola sign. Just an amazing, amazing experience. If you've been to New York, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, you need to get yourself out here and experience this crazy atmosphere. Spider-Man. Look at that, we're being spied on by New York City police. And really bright gift shop there. We've got the Lion King entrance on 45th Street. There, with a snake, you can have your photograph with a snake. Not for me, that one. Wow, the atmosphere, horns and everything going on. Just so much going on in Times Square. And they're all having the pictures taken in Times Square tonight. Wow, just crazy, eh? And here's a pedicab, he's not got any music on, so not an issue. But yeah, a lot of those. And everyone's just having so much fun in Times Square tonight. I'm going to say there's definitely not as many yellow cabs in New York as there used to be. And we've got the Marriott marquee there. New York is not a place, it's a feeling. Certainly is. I think this is the perfect time to end day 2. I hope you guys have enjoyed day 2. We've certainly shown you plenty of New York. We've had an amazing time. Give me a thumbs up, drop me some comments, and subscribe to the channel. Capturing moments, creating memories. We've done that again today. Join us tomorrow. We are still in New York City. We're going to climb to the top of Lady Liberty. And tomorrow is travel back day. Aer Lingus, JFK to Manchester. Good night from New York. See you all soon.